Hi everybody, thanks for joining us on the Denison Sports Network. I'm Craig Hicks, and today I'm joined by two guests, head swimming coach Gregg Parini and head diving coach Russ Bertram, and we're ready to talk about the Big Red as they head to Texas for nationals. Coach, you're taking 36 swimmers and divers, and let's start with the men's team if we could. You've got a roster of 19, which is the largest, I believe, in school history, so that's a big squad. I think you're going to be right in the thick of it again. I know it came so close last year to a third national championship. Can you just talk about the anticipation and the build-up that surrounds the team this time of year?
Well, I really like our team. We've been an eager team all year long. This will be the culmination of a 12-month process for us. It's 1 week of the season, but it's a huge build-up over the course of 12 months, and we've been preparing for a long time. And like I said, I really like this particular team. They've been focused and they've been eager to learn. They've been willing to embrace some changes and some new ways of doing things. And it should be an exciting week. We're looking forward to some great swimming and some great competition and some great diving.
Well, Russ, we'll move to you and we'll talk a little bit of diving. You're sending 5 male divers, and those diving points are so important. And as I look back over the last 8 to 9 years, I've just seen the diving program continue to grow and grow and grow, where I believe we're the premier Division III diving program in the country, and that's due a lot to your work. Can you just talk a little bit about some of that pressure and everything that goes into what these 5 men will have to deal with at Nationals this week?
Well, I think it is pretty special, pretty unusual, if not first time that a college is sending 5 divers in the men's event. And these guys, they just, we've all settled in together. This is my second year, and very comfortable with each other, and the guys have been learning so much that I think their excitement as they've learned has grown and grown, and all they want is the opportunity to show what they can do at this point. So having all 5 of them make it and have a chance to go to the national championship and show everything that they can do, I don't think they feel the pressure as much as the excitement for the opportunity. So we're looking forward to it, and I know they're primed and ready to go.
Well, Coach Parini, I know this is one of your younger teams, it seems like. It reminds me a little bit of 2011, that first national championship year. Who do you see? I mean, it takes some leaders to get you through that week. Who do you see as those go-to guys that may help you?
Well, it's an untested group from that standpoint. They've been untested all year long, and but I think it starts with the senior class. People like Connor Dignan. Connor, while he's a diver, has been, I think, the emotional leader of the team. Guys like Dan Hellman, Damon Rosenberg have done a terrific job of just kind of rallying the group. But we've got some strong underclassmen, clearly, that are going to make a big difference. And, the underclassmen are probably led by Jack Lindell. Jack's coming off his Olympic trial cut from last summer. I think that provided the team with a lot of inertia. It showed what was possible in this program, and so I think it starts there. But we've got a strong group of freshmen. We've got 4 freshmen that are coming, all of whom have shown substantial improvements since getting here, and we're looking forward to seeing these young guys and see what they can do, and being highly competitive at the meet.
Well, now we're just going to flip to the women's if we could, and 17 females going, and it just seems like you have a ton of depth on this team all around. You've got some relays ranked #1 heading in. You've got Campbell Costley coming off of, she's ranked in the top in the distance freestyles. Can you just give me your overall feelings on where the women's team is at right now?
I think we're in a great place. I think the women, as strong as the men have been this year, I think the women were have been a bit of a surprise. We've pushed them into doing some things this year in their training, I think, that really stretched them, and I think it showed up at the conference championships. But they've been particularly focused, and we have a great distance core in Campbell Costley and Taylor Johns. They're training at level that we typically don't see or have not seen since I've been here. Likewise, we've got a really good sprint core, and we've got good depth in the 50 and 100 freestyles. And when you've got the bookends covered in the freestyle, it tends to help everybody else relax. And we've got some holes. We've got some holes that we need to cover. But at the same time, we've got some really strong swimmers at this meet, and should be I think pretty competitive group.
One thing that is a little bit unique this year, you're sending 4 seniors, but 2 of those seniors are going for the first time, and that's got to be really I think, satisfying, wouldn't it be, as a coach, just to see the progression that can happen when you stick with it for 4 years and you finally get that payoff?
Well, for me, as a coach, I mean, and I tell this to the team, it's most important that our seniors go out on a really strong note. And to have two first-year national competitors out of that senior group on the women is special for me. I think it underscores the kind of development that we see in our athletes over the course of 4 years. Both Rima and Elizabeth have worked extremely hard to get to the point where they are getting the invite to nationals. But it shows what hard work and perseverance will do, as well as some good coaching.
Well, great, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. We want everybody to follow the Big Red as they head to Texas. That will begin on Wednesday and will continue through Saturday. We will have full coverage on DenisonBigRed.com nightly. Get on there and check recaps. We'll have photo galleries and hopefully lots of great news from Texas. So stay tuned, and thanks for joining us on the Denison Sports Network. For Gregg Parini and Russ Bertram, I'm Craig Hicks. Go Big Red.